A local nonprofit agency exists to eliminate animal suffering and to engage the entire community in the welfare and well-being of animals. They're in need of the community's help, and what you can do to make a difference is what we'll talk about next on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Jeremy Moretti, and with me today, two of our regular guests here. Shelley Thayer, who's the Executive Director for SPCA Florida, and also Randa Richter, who is the Media Coordinator for SPCA Florida. So thank you guys for coming in.
Thanks for inviting us.
Great to see you, and you guys brought 4 guests with you.
Yes.
Four-legged guests.
Yes.
And we have almost 300 where these came from.
Wow. All right. And all right, so these are fairly newbies. Everything's still pretty new. Any names for them yet?
We have not named them yet. They just came in yesterday. A gentleman had a feral cat on his horse farm, and he did the right thing. He spayed the cat, took her back, and we are going to foster the kittens. They're only 4 weeks old, so they'll be with us for probably another month and a half-ish. But they do not have names yet. So.
All right. And it's 3 boys
We
and a
have
girl?
3 boys, so.
All right, I'm saying Mark, Brian, and Russ.
And then the girl?
We'll say Trish.
Okay, there we go.
So now they have names.
There you go.
And so now you could be the foster.
Do you want to foster them?
If you wanted to.
I have 2 little ones of my own right now that we're still getting them under
Enough
control.
time.
Well, these 4 are looking for a home for 4 weeks. In fact, we're looking for homes for all of our kittens that we have right now, and we're coming with a message. And that is,
that's kind of the point.
We're just now getting into kitten season, so to have this many kittens is a lot for us. We have extended with all of our fosters, so every foster that we have is currently with kittens, has kittens, and so forth. But we're partnering with Polk County Animal Control, and this is something that we have never done before, as far as a kitten initiative to save all the kittens. So we didn't know really what to expect, but as I said already, we have almost 300 kittens, and it's not really into kitten season yet. But every day they are bringing them to us in this partnership. Animal Control is absolutely wonderful. They're bringing us kittens, and that is something they haven't done before. And then at nighttime, while they're still working, while most people are asleep, we're meeting them and transferring the kittens to us when they pick them up in the evening, so that no kitten so far has been euthanized unnecessarily because it was small or it didn't have someone to feed it. So that's what we're doing right now, which is extremely exciting.
Well, I'm kind of curious. You referenced it a couple of times, kitten season. I haven't heard that before. Can you explain that a little bit?
Well, Florida has kitten season most year round. Kittens produce because of the weather, the nice weather and so forth. So your northern states don't have as many kittens because they're cold most of the time, and they have a very short window to reproduce. Down here it's warm, and depending on our warm weather and how long our season goes, cats that are unspayed can have kittens even 4, even 5 times a year.
Wow!
So that is a lot of kittens.
Yeah.
To have that need homes. And in the past, if we didn't have in our county, if we didn't have anybody to care for them, they were euthanized. So this year we're trying to save them all by many different methods that we're here to tell you about today.
All right. Well, you guys have been working on this already for a few months now.
Yes.
How's it going?
It's actually going really well. Like Shelley said, kitten season just started, and we're just like, oh my gosh, we had no idea how many kittens really were being born in season. So last week, we actually, one of our partner shelters in Charlottesville, Virginia, the SPCA, came down with their 2 transport units, and we loaded up 72 kittens, or kittens with moms, and they were transferred to Virginia. So they'll care for them, put them in foster care, and then adopt them out for us.
Okay.
So we plan on that partnership several times throughout the year to help with the overload of kittens we have in Polk County. But also there's shelters in the New England area that we will transfer kittens to as well. So it definitely helps transferring them out, but the answer truly is to spay and neuter so we don't have to transfer them out.
So now with these other facilities that you guys are transferring them to, with them being further up north, are they lower on their kitten population than we are down here?
Exactly.
So that's where you guys are able to find that
Yes.
extra room.
Yes.
All the shelters we partnered with are no-kill shelters, such as our shelter, SPCA Florida, but also especially the main shelters, they have no kittens or even adult cats because of the reason Shelley had said. Same with Virginia. They've spayed and neutered quite a bit of cats up there, so they're kind of short on kittens right now.
Untapped resource.
Untapped resources, yes.
So their fosters were looking for kittens, and so it was a wonderful, wonderful partnership. And we have too many kittens, and so we actually at this point need more fosters, and that is something that we're hoping that we can get the message out about today.
And that's something that folks can call you up.
Yes.
And what's the
Absolutely.
process for
Yes.
It's actually fairly easy, and like I tell people, because they feel like, oh my gosh, it's such a commitment, I don't have time. It's really not a lot of time to save a life forever. So they would reach out to either Shelley or myself or Nicole Hogue. She's the foster coordinator. They can fill out a foster application online, and then Nicole will reach out to them.
Okay.
So they can either foster these guys for a month, they can do bottle babies, they can do, it depends on their schedule. Do you want them for 2 weeks, a month, 1 week? What are you comfortable with?
Sure.
And we accommodate you.
I'd like to add to that, it's really easy to take a mom cat and kittens because Mama takes care of them completely. Right now I've got a little cat named Pie in my bathroom, and Pie was on the street. And some women knew that Pie had 4 or 5 litters already, and so they contacted SPCA Florida, and we took Pie, and she was able to have her kittens, and now I know Pie wants to be a house cat. She does not want to go back outside. She really likes being inside. She loves all her daily meals, and she's sweet as sweet can be, so she was probably abandoned by someone. There's no way this cat is feral. But it's been so easy for me. I put her in my guest bathroom, and she has taken care of the kittens. They're beautiful little kittens. They're 4 weeks old. They're just getting ready to eat on their own maybe in another week. But so far, Mom's just taking care of them. So they learned how to use a litter box all by themselves. They thought that was pretty cool. and so they're moving on. And so all I'd have to do is just feed. It's so easy. And it's so easy that 6 lives that were saved and not euthanized just because of a bathroom. So it's pretty easy to become a foster. We're asking everybody to, but the reason that was so easy is because we had the mom. So we are starting a campaign.
Don't leave mom behind.
Okay.
Don't leave mom behind.
Yep.
Everybody sees kittens out and they worry, and they're doing the right thing because the kittens do need help that are born out on the streets and in the woods and wherever they're found. But there's always a mother, and mom has to eat to produce milk. So she goes off to find something to eat, and in the meantime the kittens get picked up. Well, little tiny kittens, right now I had last night some that are 1 day old, and they still have their umbilical cords. So that mom really needs to be found so that she can take care of the babies, because it's very difficult to bottle feed every 2 hours. And it's not the work, it's that the kittens are very frail and fragile without their mom. And so they have a much better chance of survival if mom's around. So we're asking people that find kittens, it's okay to get the kittens, but then don't leave mom behind.
Sure.
We need mom too. And that makes it much, much easier to find a foster because you just put them in the bathroom with the mom versus having to bottle feed every 2 hours.
Well, let me ask you this, because I used to live in downtown Lakeland area. Large number of cats roaming around.
Right.
How do you identify mom if you've already removed the cats?
You don't. You leave the kittens,
Okay.
and you wait for
Yes.
mom to show
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how you figure out who mom is with the plethora of cats roaming around.
And
so I know
sometimes
they're
it's
probably screaming because they're hungry,
hungry.
and it's heartbreaking to hear it. but wait, mom is going to show up.
Okay.
And so once you find her, please, please, please bring
So
her
don't really
with
approach
the
them
kittens.
until you see her.
Yes.
And then.
Yes.
And then come with a can
Yeah.
of food.
Yeah.
The only time we probably would, let us know if the mom is feral, so we can at least go out and have our trapper trap the cat, spay, neuter, and put her back so the problem stops or the situation stops. That would probably be the only time we wouldn't take the mom because she's a feral cat. But if they're friendly, please bring the mother with the kittens.
But we still want the feral mom. And sometimes the feral moms aren't really feral either, right?
Yeah, we learned that lesson.
Because sometimes they just, when cats are left behind and abandoned, they start to act feral, and because they have to, just to survive. And so once they come inside, we find out many times, like Randy had a feral cat, she thought, in her office, and it's as sweet as sweet can be. After a week, it realized, I have food every day, I have love every day. Oh yeah, I really was a house cat, I just was abandoned, and so I have to act like one. So we never know for sure. And I've taken care of, or we've taken care of feral cats with kittens before as well, like you were doing, and then it wasn't
'cause
feral.
She our trapper went out to TNR and brought her in, not realizing how pregnant she was, and the next morning she had kittens in her trap. So they're like, Randa, can you put this feral mom and kittens in your office? I was like, oh gosh, okay, let's try it. And she is the sweetest thing ever. So sometimes when we think they're feral, they're not truly feral.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, of course, if anybody has questions, they can always give you guys a
Absolutely.
call.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but we hope some people are listening today that say, I have a bathroom, I have a guest bedroom, I can take a kitten. Like these guys, these are only 4 weeks. So all you have to do, and we give you the supplies. We can give you the litter pan, the litter, the scoop, the food, everything that they need. So there's no expense. We pay for the expense, and we just want some help, to save them, and then they'll go on to give somebody a lot of joy for the next 20 years. And it is very joyful to save a life like that, too.
Sure. Any idea on what your numbers are like so far for the year and how many you've been able to place or save?
Well, we've, for kittens transferred from Polk County Animal Control, it's about 300 we've taken in. And like we said, it's just the beginning of the season. So multiply that by a lot.
And we'll have about 300 at our next event, right?
Right. So at our mega adoption event, June 8th at RP Funding Center, we have partnered and brought in Animal Control and Humane Society and about 30 private vets. So we'll have about 500 animals there for adoption at a discounted rate of $20 per animal. And we're hoping to have about 300 kittens there because that will be right in the mix of the season.
Okay.
So if you're ever thinking about adopting, that's one-stop shopping. There's 500 animals to choose from.
You got
so
your animal selection,
that's right.
you got
Dogs,
your vet,
puppies,
you got
kittens,
everybody else coming out.
cats, everything.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right.
So
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in.
you're
And
welcome.
Thank you. And we'll have to write their names down now that they have names, right?
Definitely. Well, thank you. Look forward to seeing you next time.
Likewise.
Thank you so much.
With the No Kill Polk County initiative underway, SPCA Florida has partnered with local veterinary clinics, Polk County Animal Control, and the Humane Society of Polk County. SPCA Florida has committed to taking all kittens 12 weeks or younger that Polk County Animal Control does not put on their adoption floor this year. We're in immediate need of foster parents for neonatal kittens that need bottle feeding, underage kittens, and mothers with kittens. Kitten season has just started. To date, no kitten in Polk County has been euthanized due to space at the Polk County Animal Control. For more information on how you can become a foster parent for SPCA Florida, give them a call at 863-577-4608 or look them up on the web at www.spcaflorida.org.